Paltrocast. Well, thank you for taking the time. Exciting new movie you have. How much of the Megan character is there in You, the Human Being?
How much of the Megan character is there new to human being?
Well,
Um,
if I talk to you, the human being, am I going to see a lot of Megan, or are you just that great of an actress?
I see. um, I think every character I have to find at least a bit of that person in me or in my imagination. But I think we're actually quite different. I really enjoyed, living with her for a little bit. And when the film ended, I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss her. But I think we're quite different. I don't think I would be so cool in a lot of those scenes myself.
Got it. When did you actually film this?
So we filmed it June/July of 2022.
Oh, okay. So it's sat around for a while, so you filmed other stuff since then.
Yes.
Got it. How did you wind up in this particular project? Was it a traditional casting, or did you know John and John said, okay, Kat is the person for that?
So it was a traditional casting and a lot of luck, I think.
Was there a particular role that you had that got you on their radar? For example, had they seen you as Oksana?
I should have asked them that question. I actually don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people saw me in Fat Man and Protege because those films got a lot of traction. Then there's a chick fight where I had a little bit of a bigger part. So I'm actually not sure. I would have to ask John about that.
And Chick Fight, which you just mentioned, you were an executive producer of. Do you see yourself long term producing a lot more?
At this stage, I'm really focused on my acting career because I find it difficult to do both. Maybe later in life, but for now, I think I'm actually going to stick just to acting.
Got it. So this particular film you mentioned, filming it like 2 years or so ago, or finishing the filming on it 2 years ago. How does it work in terms of knowing you did great work, but that you won't be promoting it for 2 years? Is it a struggle?
I try to I do my work before set and then I come on set and I try, to make it all about the other character, the audience, to be in service of that project and have the most fun I can. And then I miss the project usually for a little bit, but I try to move on. There are other things, there are other projects. So I try to, and then yes, once in a while it'll be like, oh, when is Cleanup Crew coming out? But I try
Sure.
not to too much.
So when you're not busy with acting, where does your free time usually go? When we look at your Instagram photos, we see a lot of vacationing and beach time kind of stuff. But do you have a main hobby outside of creating?
I do. I have two dogs. I'm very passionate about animal and I volunteer with my dogs. One of my dogs goes to like children's schools and hospitals and things like that. I'm also very passionate about kite surfing. And I do a thing called Downwinder in the coast of Brazil. So we would cover about 600 kilometers in 10 days. So
Wow.
in a kite and board, I know it's crazy, but I love it. And I do some mountain biking as well and a little bit of snowboarding.
So you said 600 kilometers in 10 days. So that's 60K a day. Wow. Okay. So it seems like acting is a lot easier than your fitness oriented hobbies.
I think physically acting would be easier, yes.
Well, there's some actors you meet who put themselves into the characters so much that it's the hardest thing that they do in life. Like if their character is suffering in real life, they're suffering too to be in the mode of the character. I don't get those vibes from you.
That is true. I don't think I've had a role yet that required me to suffer for a prolonged time. I would love to take on a challenge though. That would be cool.
So if you do the 60 kilometers a day and you're up for a challenge, that means in general you like puzzles.
I do, and I like challenging things, and I think I'm easily bored if I'm allowed to say, so I'm always looking for new challenging and more distance. And I do enjoy being physically active as well. I think part of being physically active is mental game. Like you have
Mhm.
to really go beyond when your body tells you can't go anymore. So it's a lot like playing with your mind and your body, not just body.
Got it. So, two questions, and then I let you go to speak to the next journalist or podcaster who's going to ask you the same questions. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. The first question is, what's next? But by that, I mean, IMDb has an upcoming project for you listed, but are we allowed to know which film or project of yours is coming out next that we're going to be allowed to see?
So Silver Star would be my next project that's coming out that was shot with Grace Van Dien also a few years ago. And I'm also working on a theater production in London,
Wow,
UK.
theater in London. In general, this was not the second question, but some actors and actresses who succeed with film don't like theater because there's the live reaction. You have to get it right the first time. Do you enjoy theater more than film?
So I'm relatively new to theater, and I've been spending a lot of time in London actually after Cleanup Crew. I got to spend a month in London and I fell in love with theater there. And I found it was fascinating, the energy, the livelihood of it, the fact how it's different. Like some performances I go and watch several times. So I think I will really enjoy it, but we'll see.
Got it. And the last question has nothing to do with Cleanup Crew or Silver Star. It's what's the last concert that you went to, the last live music that you saw?
I just went to see Avril Lavigne in Toronto.
With a Simple Plan and Girlfriends?
Yeah.
Did it meet your expectations? Great show, or is it just great, stupid fun?
I really love her as an artist, and I know she hasn't performed in a while. For me, her songs, like I grew up with her songs, and like I think she's incredible. I think she's really talented, and I really enjoyed that concert. I had lots of fun.
Glad to hear that. Well, thank you for your time. Looking forward to the next movie project. Congrats in advance on the theater and looking forward to what's to come from you.
Thank you so much.
Paltrocast.